Hi everyone, this is Anju Patak and welcome to my channel. Today in this video we will learn something new. So we will learn like how can we create slicer looking filters in Tableau. So you have in Excel these nice slicer looking filters which you can prepare in Excel, but we can do it in Tableau as well. So we will see this use case in today's video. So let me first show you how does this dashboard look like. So once you have prepared this dashboard, it will look something like this. And let's say we have here region filter. So basically region values will be over here. And then we have measure values over here. So let's say we want to look for West and West. So here it will be displaying West and the sales for West. So here currently sales is being selected. So sales and combination for West, combination for South, North. You want to change the measure, you can change, right? So this way it will work. And let's see how we can build this. So let's start building these views and we will see what steps are necessary to build such slicer types of filters. Okay, so first step would be to create the parameters. So first parameter, let's say it's I want to create a slicer looking filter for region. So it will be region parameter, and region parameter will have string values and it will be list. So I have central value, north, east, west, south, and for all the regions I'll just select all here. I'll write all. Okay, and then just press OK. And after creating region parameter, let's create another parameter which will be measure parameter. So this way we can change the measure name also on the chart, sales or profit or discount or quantity, whichever measure you want to display. So this I'll label it as measure parameter, and again this will be string data type and it will be list. And here I want to, let's say, play with the first sales, then profit, and then discount, and then quantity. So these four measure names I want to place in this parameter. Okay, so these two parameters are created. Now what we'll do is we'll create a region filter, okay, which will be necessary for displaying the slicer looking labels. So let us create a calculated field. This will be like selected region filter, and this calculation will be used for applying the filters of region. So just provide calculation that region parameter, it should be either equal to region or region parameter should be equal to all. Now all is not there in our database, so that's why we are using this condition, basically or. So in either case, I mean whether there is a region which is present in our database or if it is all, give me the true value, right? So let's select this, that will be true and false binary calculation. And then I also need labels, right? If you have seen here, I have this labels also, dynamic labels. So for that also I'll need a field to be created. Okay, so for that let me create calculated field and label it as selected region label. Okay, and it will be like, if let's say count distinct of your region, okay, that is equal to 1, then just give me the region name, right? Okay, else give me all regions. So anyways, we'll have one region selection only, so that will give you the region name, and whenever there is all selection, it will give me all regions. Okay, so this is for the label part. Let me click OK here. Now what we can do is we'll also create one selected measure field. Okay, we have to link the parameter. do a calculation. So let me call it as, let's say, selected measure, and we will link it with the parameter. So case measure parameter, and when your parameter value is, let's say, sales, then I want sum of sales, right? And when it is profit, then I want sum of profit. And when it is quantity, then I want sum of quantity. And when it is discount, I want average of discount. So I'll just take average of discount, and then end. So this, I've linked the parameter to the calculation, and this calculation I'll use for the chart. So just click OK over here, and then let's make the chart first. So let's first drag the order date, and I'll take it by, let's say, quarter, and selected measure. So I'll just take selected measure over here, and I'll also show the parameters for your reference. So let me show this parameter as well as this parameter. So we'll see that currently sales is selected. So here we are displaying the sales values, and you can change this. If let's say I want it in bar, you can do this, and you can reduce the size also. Let's say I want it 75. So you can play with the width of the bar here. And now what I want to do is I want to link my region parameter also here. So I'll bring in the selected region filter, which I just created here, and that will be only true. Okay, so now it got adjusted for central. We need region label also. So we have just created this calculation. I'll just drop it in detail, and then we can access it here in the title. So let's say we want that whichever is the measure for, let's say, for your region label. Okay, so, and we want to highlight these. So let me create it as Tableau bold and different color, and same for this one, and then click OK. So now you will see that we have a chart, and these values will be dynamic. So when I select profit, you'll see that it's now displaying what this chart is, profit for central. When I change this to east, it will display that this is profit for east. So I've made the title dynamic in nature, right? Now the only thing which is left is basically we want to change these parameters basis our slicer filter selection, right? So let's first create those slicers, and then we will link those slicers to this sheet. Okay, so for creating that, first one is the region. So we'll just simply drop region over here, and then let's hide this over here. We don't need region over here, hide those. And we don't want labels, so just make it white, and then just increase the size a bit here, and a bit of size over here, and then just reduce this line. And then there's just some formatting which has to be done. So let's go here. What we'll do is alignment, we'll do center, and these are headers, so we'll mostly focus on header over here. Then font also, if you want, you can change maybe Tableau bold, and if you want to increase, you can increase a bit, and then just play with the border. So border, I want, let's say, this slightly gray, and this also slightly gray, and then we can have in columns header, this one, and this one is also done, and then color these basically blocks which will make it a slicer look. So this I want to color, let's say header as maybe light gray, something of this sort. So you'll see that we have created slicer looking filters over here. This is for regions. So let me rename this as region slicers. Okay. Now same way what we'll do is we will create for measures. Okay. So first put a filter of measure names because I want only profit, discount, quantity, sales. Okay. Then take this measure names here in columns. Okay. And then take measure values in detail. Okay. And then take measure names in text also over here. And now you'll see that we have these measure names as text over here. And just hide the show header. So uncheck it and hide this title, and let's make it a bit large. Then again you just have to format it a bit. So let's go here and then let's increase the font, change the font, and change the alignment to center. Then I want let's say this one. So I've selected borders, and then what else I can do for here? Let's say little bit of formatting, tweaking. Okay, and then you can just color code these boxes. So let's make it gray in color. Okay, and if you want to just change these outlines to white, you can again go back here and maybe change this color to white so that your slices will stand out over here. Okay, once this is done, okay, this is done, so we'll rename this as measure slices, and this is our main chart. So main chart. So these two are done. Now let's create the dashboard. So we'll go to dashboard and bring in main chart here, then region slicers at the top, measure slicers, and let's hide this title, we don't need them. And you can adjust these settings, and you can then increase the size of the dashboard, fix size to, let's say, increase the width and increase the height also slightly, right? And then we just have to link these slicer values to this chart, because right now if you click here nothing happens, right? So let's go to dashboard and into actions. We'll go to actions, and here we have an action called as change parameter. So just click on that and call it as region parameter update, because we'll update the region parameter. So my source sheet will be region slices and target parameter will be region parameter. Source field will be region. And when I clear the selection, I want it to be set as all, because I have all value in my region parameter. So I'll just have that selected. Click OK. Again, add one more change parameter. This time it will be measure parameter update, and source sheet will be measure slicers, target will be measure parameter, source field will be measure names. And this time I'll leave it as keep current value because we don't have anything as all here. Okay, so just click OK and then click OK. Now let me just make it full screen, and now you will see that how these clickings will basically change the this title as well as the chart. And this is for just for our reference, so you'll see what selections we are making. So when I click west, you'll see that title has been adjusted to west. My parameter also has changed to west. Likewise for south, north, east, central, and if I click here white space, it will be all, right? All regions. So this is perfectly working. And here also, if I have to change from profit to, let's say, sales, you will see that it has changed now. Sales for all regions, now sales for West. So this way you can very easily adjust your chart and make your title also dynamic using the change parameter actions. So there are three steps involved in this process. First one is to create the parameters. Second is to link those parameters to the visual which you are creating. And third one is to basically create the parameter values and then using them in change parameter actions. So without change parameter actions, this process will not work, right? There would be other ways, but yeah, this use case is from the perspective of change parameter action. So I hope you like this video. So do subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you.